Hi Capricorn. So it's 2021. Just a couple days left. It's the end of December right now. While we do this, but let's talk about January. Let's talk about 2021. Let's talk about what we are going to see for you guys. Saturn and Jupiter are now in Aquarius. They had that big conjunction the same day that your season started. So now that it is shifted into Aquarius, the biggest focus for you guys really is about your values and the material items that you're bringing in your career, and really just learning the lessons and digging super, super deep into what it is that you want to accomplish. So in January, what I'd really like to see for you guys in January is to start making some plans. Yes, start making some plans. I know that seems a little weird, coming off of a year that's been like 2020, but you guys got this. Like, there isn't any limitations. We're not doing any limitations in 2020. We are pushing forward. We're moving forward. So all of this Saturn and Jupiter, it's like, how are we going to grow the future? How are we going to place our values? I guarantee you your value system is 100% different than it was at this time last year. And if you really, really dig deep, you can see why. You can see why 2020 changed the idea of like, what's the most important thing to you, you know? So when you're making your plans and when you're making your goals, really allow yourself to settle into that change and that shift, and know that this is for the betterment of humanity. Like, yes, we want to have big gains. Yes, we want to get the bags for ourselves. Yes, we want to do all of that as well. But when we're good and we're thriving and our vibrations are high on an individual basis, and we're pouring that into the community, that's where it's at, right? So really focusing on your goals, focusing on your plans, making sure that you're being the best version of yourself every single day. And Saturn's going to be teaching you guys that. And I mean, if you're wondering what that feels like, just ask a Sagittarius rising. Having Saturn rule their second house all the time is probably something that they're always having to really pay attention to, creating their own value system and what that looks like. And Saturn can be really strict, right? So just watch those lessons. If things feel restrictive for you, you know, Saturn's going to be in Aquarius for the next 2.5 years. Jupiter's going to bring blessings upon blessings, as long as you're taking accountability and being fully transparent with your actions. Get honest with yourself. You know, that's the key to life. Everybody asks, like, what's the secret of life? What is that one thing? What's that secret of life? And I say, take accountability. Pay attention to your own actions. Take accountability for what you're doing. Stop making excuses. Stop procrastinating. And you guys are really good about not having the excuses. In fact, you can be really, really extra hard on yourselves too. So this is also going to be a time to show you where you need to let up. Like, yes, you want to go all in. Yes, you want to start moving forward on things, and that's fantastic. But really keep room. You know, we're going into January is actually going to have the Mercury retrograde shadow period. For the last 2 weeks of January, we'll be in a Mercury retrograde shadow period as Mercury goes retrograde in Aquarius on January 30th. So this is going to be a time for us to reassess. Like, there's no coincidence at the beginning of the year we're all having to reassess all of the things that we did in 2020, all of the things that we let fall by the wayside, all of the ways that we slept on ourselves. Oh yeah, that's all going to come up. So preparing yourselves in the beginning and just recognizing that, yes, oh man, Saturn is no longer sitting right on top of you and forcing you to learn those harsh lessons of self-realization, man. Like, we're done with that. So January is going to be really interesting. And we have this Mars conjunct Uranus that's going to be squaring Saturn. So Uranus is in Taurus and Mars will be moving into Taurus. That happens, I have it written down here. why can't I see it? Oh, on the 6th. So the first week. The first full week of January, Mars moves into Taurus. And he'll join up with Uranus, which is in Taurus, which has been creating the shifts that we really need, you know, in our reality. And your energy will be trining all of that. So let it shake up, right? Like let that, you know, it might feel a little bit heavy. It might feel like the restrictions are more difficult than they were in the past when it comes to that Mars conjunct Uranus. But they're not. The reality of it is they're actually not restricting you at all. This can be a really good boost for you if you just pay attention to what Saturn's trying to show you. I guarantee you there are some switches that are going to be happening when it comes to your work style. And I think that for the best for you guys, it's really paying attention to how you value your own existence, how you value your own health and existence for the betterment of humanity. Because again, if we're not doing well on an individual basis, we can't give back. You know? Let's see what the cards have to say with this crazy astrology. So yes, January and February are still going to have that Mars conjunct Uranus. Welcome to your reading. Thanks for showing up. Queen of Pentacles is the first card that came out. So you guys are ready for this. Y'all are ready for the reading. You're like, stop talking about the astrology. That sucks. Let's move on. So your new moon is happening on the 13th. And I really want you to really focus on those long-term aspirations, those long-term goals. I want you to start manifesting some things into your life in a really big way. There is going to be a release. There's going to be some things that you're going to just, it's, you know, the nature, right? The nature of the beast, that sometimes we just have to let stuff fall away. When it's not working, when it's restricted, when it feels like it's really difficult to keep moving, let go of the resentment and the regret. You don't have to hang on to that stuff. Sitting within that ego telling you that you can't move forward until you figure this part out, that's going to hurt worse, right? So the universe is basically telling you guys it's time to start moving forward. It's time to start getting those, you know, those plans that you've been writing down, those plans that you've been making, even the things that you might have started just a little bit in 2020. Now it's like, we're not sleeping on the plans in any way, shape, or form. Oh, okay. So the final 3 cards that came out are amazing. The transformation comes when you realize that your anxiety is a direct reflection to your fear. And fear is an illusion. Fear doesn't exist within love, right? So when we raise our vibration to that vibration of love, and it's not like the flitty little love. It's not like the romantic dramedy kind of love. It's like the actual real feeling it in your soul. I know that I can do this because I love myself so deeply. That's going to release you from the anxiety. But you got to believe in yourself. You got to like be able to look at all the things that you've done in the past and be like, man, look how far I came, right? The Chariot, look how far I've come. That Cancer energy, so you have Cancer energy and you have Scorpio energy in your reading. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. It feels like you're sort of like reminiscing on the past. So I have the 5 of Cups, then I have the 8 of Pentacles and Judgment. And then over here I have the 9 of Swords, the Death card, and the Ace of Cups. So we'll talk about each of these individually real quick. And then we'll go through and clarify them. You're definitely on a path. I mean, it's almost like you feel like yourself again, you know? But there's something that's really nagging at you with the 5 of Cups here. And I feel like you're trying to bury yourself in work with that 8 of Pentacles, or you're really trying to not pay attention to those things that are sort of like in your face. This needs to be done, this needs to be done, whatever it is that is creating that sense of fear, like I have to get this done, otherwise this and this and this doesn't work out, right? Or you can take a look at it and you can allow yourself to say, there's something about changing the way that you work in a really big way. Because the way that you have, like, it's fine, like, hustle, do your hustle. That's great. Do the hustle thing. But also do the self-care thing. Also allow yourself to take some days off, take a day off. And I know saying this to a Capricorn, I'm a Virgo, I get it. Days off are few and far between. And even when we do have a day off, we end up working in some way, right? Am I right? Like there's no actual real day off unless we are sick or we're forced into it. And that, I don't want you to even get to that point. But I feel like what you're doing is you're burying yourself. You're like so focused and you have such a one-track mind at this point that you're sort of just burying yourself in your work, so you don't have to pay attention to the anxiety, or so the anxiety doesn't come up. It's almost as if you're constantly chasing a good moment. You're constantly chasing a good feeling. I can't wait till I get to this good feeling. I can't wait till I do this. I'm going to feel better when. I'm going to be happy when. I'm going to be doing this when. I'm going to, whatever, right? So come back, Capricorn. Present moment, we're right here. And creating that present moment for yourself and saying everything starts from this moment, that releases the fear, that releases the expectation, that releases the anxiety. If you guys didn't get a chance to take the manifesting course in November or December, I am hosting it again in January. That information is in the description box. It will be January 30th, the first day of Mercury retrograde. I know, I might be crazy. I'm just saying, I might be a little bit crazy for doing it on the first day of Mercury retrograde, but at the same time, this is to show and prove to everybody that there's nothing to fear about the transits. Like the only way that you're going to fall flat on your face because of a cosmic event is if you allow the power to do that, right? Like you have the power in the situations that you're creating. And when you finally realize that and you finally accept that as a truth, there's no such thing as Mercury retrograde taking it all away from you. You have got to give the love back to yourself. I also feel like there's somebody that's in your space that wants to bring the love to you. Ooh, Venus will be moving into Capricorn on the 8th in the beginning, the second week. And you will be feeling the vibe. I love it though, because Venus in Capricorn is so practical. It's such a practical love nature. It's, my Venus is in Virgo, so I understand the Venus in Capricorn love nature. It's more about practicality. It's more about service, right? It's more about, how can we work, let's be the power couple kind of thing, right? And that's what you're feeling. That's the vibe that you're on. Like, if you're going to be with anybody, it's going to be you and them creating moments of quality work, right? Like there's no such thing as sleeping on each other there. So yeah, moving forward into commitment, really make sure you're committing to yourself as well. The Hierophant on the Chariot, you may actually be traveling towards a Taurus as well. But honestly, I feel like this is just moving in a direction of leveling up. To me, the Hierophant is about spiritual leveling up. It's also about higher learning. So there could be some things like maybe you're starting a new class in January. Maybe you're starting a couple of classes in January. Maybe you're taking the manifesting class and that's going to help you level up. That information is in the description box. By the way, if you would like to join that. Let's see what this 5 of Cups is. So it's really time to release the fear. It's time to release the regret. It's time to release those things that have been trying to fall away for some time now. So the Empress on the Five of Cups, once you allow yourself to just sort of let go, like let those cups fall, it's okay. That's the universe's way of saying, I got you. It's okay, right? And then we have the Empress going, but now you get to grow things. Now you get to create things. Now you get to start from the beginning. Again, this is Taurus energy. So it may be that you are even grieving a Taurus energy. You're feeling, or you would rather be together. Maybe you guys are at a distance. You have to remember in those moments too that because time isn't a linear thing, jumping timelines and creating the bend in the energy and the bend in the time, that is also a thing, right? So allowing yourself to say, I know that in the time that this is supposed to happen, that this coming together, that this commitment, that this leveling up, whether you know who that person is or you don't know who that person is, it's coming. The focus really is on the creative factor and how nurturing yourself and paying attention and focusing on your goals and your plans makes you glow, and that attracts the energy even more. You see? I honestly, like, you can try and bury yourself within your work. That Eight of Pentacles, like, yeah, man, you can try and do it all you want. Like, go ahead. It's 11:11, by the way, on the clock. Eight of Pentacles, you can try and bury yourself, but I think that your mind is going to be on overdrive. You know, you're going to be getting a lot of really amazing ideas and probably some genius insights, I would even say, just because when you try and push it away and the universe wants to give you things, you're like, but I just want to focus on the stuff that I've lost. And the universe is like, no, we don't have time for that. I just want to forget. I just want to let things go, and I just want to forget, and I don't want to have to sit in the pain anymore. And the universe is like, no, but we don't have time for that. So they want it, you know, it's like I need you to heal. We have things to do. That Ace of Swords is like the spark that you need, right? Judgment, it's time. And the universe has you. Like, you will not be you will not be led in a direction that is not for your best and highest good. You can lead yourself in a direction that's not for your best and highest good. So that Six of Pentacles, and this is how you master that, right? So that Six of Pentacles is saying, where are you placing your energy? Are you giving it to people, places, and things that are no longer serving you? Or are you giving it to people, places, and things that are going to give back to you? And allowing yourself to determine that if you focus on your goals, that Judgment card, it's like the universe is saying, finally, oh, finally, we get this. We get to do this, right? So let's see what the Nine of Swords, because this whole thing right here, you got to change the way you do stuff. The transition is very clear. The transformation is very clear. You've got to start taking care of yourself. You are a value as well. It's not just the work that you put in. Yes, we all value from the Capricorn workhorse. We really, really do. But if you are sick, or you are tired, or you aren't feeling good, nobody's going to value from any of that. You know? Yeah. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Okay, so you might have an air sign around you as well. This air sign might be trying to control some situations. That's interesting. Okay. So this Knight of Swords, and this is the thing, is this air sign might be really angry and be trying to control situations. If this person comes in really hot and heavy, if this person comes flying in really hot and heavy, and you're unsure of what to do with this kind of energy, you have every single right to say, I need you to slow down. You have every single right to speak that truth. You know what I mean? And because here's the thing is they're sort of demanding. The King of Swords with the Page of Pentacles and the Emperor, they almost diminish you in some way. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This can be absolutely at work. This can be a family member. Whoever this air sign is in your life, or the air energy, it doesn't have to be an air sun sign. It's just an air energy. Somebody who's very tunnel visioned, very my way or the highway kind of energy. And they're kind of diminishing your nature with that Page of Pentacles there. It's almost as if they're trying to gain control of you by creating a sense of inferiority, right? And then you're over here just like trying to build your life. So all of the boundaries that you need, Seven of Wands, all of the boundaries that you put up with this air sign, or all of the boundaries that you put up with this person, these are the gifts you receive out of it. The Four of Wands, you get to manifest with the Seven of Pentacles and all of that strength, right? See, and then we have the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There is a very clear sense for you that when you are looking at people who are just depleting your energy or taking from you, when you look at them and you say, listen, like, I know what my vibe is. I know what I'm on over here. And there's absolutely no reason for you to come into my life and create all this chaos. Like, you actually get to do that. So really make sure that you're standing firm for yourself, and you're not like taking any shit from anybody in January. I think that that's going to be a big thing. But on the other end, really staying in your lane, really focusing on your path. A lot of times when we're just focusing on our own path, the things that come at us, or the peanut gallery, right? Everybody who has that opinion that they think that they want to say, that they think that we want to hear, basically everybody who has that opinion, they just sort of fall by the wayside when you focus on your own goals, when you focus on your own path and what you're doing. And clearly you have a very good idea, right, of what you want in your life. Like, you are ready for that level up. You're ready for that push forward in a big way. I love this reading. Have a wonderful, happy birthday, Capricorn. You guys did it. You took 3 years, but you guys absolutely made it. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you. Everybody who has Capricorn energy this year, it was really painful. So I'm really proud of each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves. Really make sure lots of self-care is happening, and pay attention to what it is that you're doing. Don't let your eyes stray from that. I love you. I hope to see you guys in the manifesting class. Take care of yourselves. Bye.